Good morning, assassins. Welcome back. Today is March 27th. Looking at the overall market, we're starting off strong. We're looking at Apple. There's rumor that there's insiders selling a lot of shares on Apple. So definitely want to watch to see what overall is going to happen with today with Apple. You can see the RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side. It has been on a solid uptrend after rejecting the SMA over here. You can see two bounce off of the SMA over here and we start to push up. Watch for a break of 161, and then we could start possibly pushing up towards 165, which was a previous resistance level. And then to the downside, right? We want to see if it breaks that 157, then we could start going down towards 154 over here, right? So 157 down towards that 154 on Apple. Next stock we're going to watch is Nvidia. Nvidia has been on a solid uptrend, right? And we can see that right here. It actually topped out at 275. We want to see if it breaks and hold above 270. Then we can start pushing back up towards 275 to the downside. Watch for the break below and hold below the 180-day EMA line over here. And then once we start to break below 267, we could start going down towards 263, which was a previous support. MACD is crossed down. It's a little bit more on the overbought side on the 180-day 4-hour. 20-day, it's actually crossed up, so definitely want to wait for confirmation for it to break either the uptrend and hold above that 180-day EMA line over here. We want to see if it holds above and breaks above that 270 to go to 275, or if we start to hold below it, then we can start basically going down lower. Very simple on that one. Next stock we're going to throw up on the watch list is GameStop, right? Hide your kids, hide your mom. GameStop is back in town, right? After basically a nice earnings beat, you see the stock went from 17 to 27. Our side is a little bit more on the overbought side, but you guys know how this stock goes. So make sure you guys watch this, keep this on your watch list, set your alerts. It is kind of tapering off after hitting that 27. We're sitting around like 24 right now. So watch to see if we hold above 24 or 25, then we can start pushing up towards 27, maybe a retest, right? We basically came down, found some type of support over here, and it looks like we may try to retest those previous highs. So let's see what happens. It is a little bit more on the overbought side. If you want to short it, watch for the break below the 180-day EMA line, right? It's holding above it right now. That's bullish. When it starts to break below it, that's bearish. So 23 down towards this 22 zone. So watch out for GameStop. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla, right? So looking at Tesla on the 4-hour, you can see Tesla actually has a nice step and staircase pattern going on over here on the larger chart. Make sure you guys always look at those larger charts and find your patterns and major support and resistance levels over there, right? Nice step and staircase pattern, right? If I was to basically go from the the low to the high over here, you can see Tesla has basically been respecting this. So Tesla may be bullish today, although the MACD is crossed down, RSI is a little bit more overbought. You guys know how Tesla gets down. Watch for the break and hold above 195. We can start basically getting up towards 196, maybe even retesting these 200 levels, right? So especially since it's around that zone right here where it's bounced off that trend line, we can continue to possibly go up. Jumping down towards the 20-day, watch for the break below 192, and then we can start going to 189. Break of the 20-day EMA, and then we can start going down towards 188, right? So let's see what happens. RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side. So you definitely want to be cautious with those long positions. Definitely want to be cautious, right? All right, next one and last one we're going to talk about is actually SPY, right? So SPY is in a tricky situation. If we jump over towards the 1 year, right, we basically had a sell-off going into that major support level around 395, right? We basically have the EMA and the SMA. This long blue line is the SMA, and then we have the EMA, right? Major areas, especially since this is a larger time frame. MACD is actually crossed up on SPY, so she may become bullish, right? She basically been making higher lows, right? Basically higher lows over here. So want to watch to see what's going to overall happen with SPY. It's the upside, very tricky situation. This is the 180-day chart. We have the 180-day SMA, which normally acts as resistance when the stock is below it, acts as support when the stock is above it. So watch out for that SMA over here, this SMA, this long solid line over here. we could possibly reject this zone and basically come down. If we reject, watch for the break below 396, then we can start going to 394. If we hold above it, it gets kind of tricky over it because there's a lot of support and resistance if you look to your left side, right? So it could go from like 399 to maybe 401 in a perfect world, but there's a lot of support and resistance levels over here. It could be very tricky, or we could get choppy, meaning the market could possibly just go sideways over here until it finds support and go up, or we could basically come up here and then reject. So definitely want to be cautious with long positions, although it does look like it is showing signs of bullishness. It's just a very much like of a conjunction zone over here. So make sure you guys are very careful with those long positions. Overall, that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys all have a green trading day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.